Hello students, in the previous class we discussed about what is sequence, what is series. When you are saying the terms in the series are in arithmetic progression, what are their properties? When you are saying the terms in the series are in geometric progression, and we are doing the properties. What is geometric progression? Geometric progression is of the form like this. The terms are in this manner: AR square, AR cube, and so on. The next term is obtained from the preceding term by multiplying the constant, fixed constant value. So if you multiply this with R, we obtain AR. Again multiply this with R, we obtain AR square. Multiply this with R, we obtain AR cube, and so on. So we generate the series in this manner, we get geometric progression. Again AR by A is R. AR square by AR is also R. This is called common ratio of the sequence or corresponding series. These are the terms AR square, AR cube, and so on. Now sum of n terms of geometric progression is given by Sn is equal to A into 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R for R less than 1, and is equals to A into R power n minus 1 by R minus 1 for R greater than 1. For R is equals to 1, we have RA. So we get that in this manner sum is obtained by Sn A into 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R for R greater than 1, A into R power n minus 1 by R minus 1. Common ratio is 1 means A plus A plus A plus and so on up to n times, we get NA is the sum. Now for mod R less than 1, we can find S infinity also. What is S infinity? A by 1 minus R. Already we proved in the previous class. S infinity, sum of infinite number of terms with first term A and common ratio R, which is modulus of R less than 1, then its value S infinity is A by 1 minus R, my dears. Okay, now let us continue the class. Let us see the properties of the geometric progression. The reciprocals of the terms of geometric progression is also geometric progression. The reciprocals of the terms of geometric progression is also geometric progression. Consider the geometric progression AR square, and so on. This is geometric progression. Now their reciprocals are what? 1 by A, 1 by AR, 1 by AR square, and so on. Now we are going to show that this is also geometric progression. How can you show? If you multiply 1 by R with this term, we get 1 by AR. Multiply again 1 by R with this term, we get 1 by R square. So 1 by R, by multiplying 1 by R, we obtain the term from the preceding term except first term. So the common ratio is what here? 1 by R. Or you may take in this manner also. 1 by AR by 1 by A is what? 1 by R. Therefore common ratio is 1 by R. Therefore the sequence becomes geometric progression. So the reciprocals of the terms of geometric progression is also geometric progression. Okay. Next one. If three positive numbers A, X, B are in geometric progression, then X is called the geometric mean between A and B. Geometric mean between A and B. So what are the three numbers here? A comma X comma B are in geometric progression. Then we say that X is called the geometric mean of A and B. These three are in geometric progression, then X by A is equals to B by X. So the ratio must and should be same. Therefore X square is equals to AB. Now X is equals to square root of AB. This is the X. It is called the geometric mean of the two numbers A and B. X is equals to root AB. Okay. Now, the geometric mean between the two positive numbers a and b. Two positive numbers a and b is square root of ab. Therefore, geometric mean already we proved, this is root ab. X square is equals to ab, x is equals to root ab. Okay. Next, see here, if the positive numbers a comma x1 x2 x3 and so on up to xn comma b are in geometric progression, then the numbers x1 x2 x3 and so on up to xn are called n geometric means between a and b. Already we discussed about the arithmetic means between two numbers a and b. A comma x1 x2 x3 and so on up to xn comma b are in arithmetic progression. The middle numbers x1 x2 x3 and so on up to xn are called arithmetic means. Here this is geometric progression, then we say x1 x2 x3 and so on up to xn are called n geometric means between a and b. So this is a, x1 x2 and so on up to xn comma b forms a geometric progression. Then we say that the numbers are called geometric means, n geometric means between a and b. Okay. If x1 x2 and so on up to xn are n geometric means between a and b, then common ratio of the geometric progression is b by a whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1, and the product is x1 x2 x3 and so on up to xn is equals to ab whole power n by 2. ab whole to the power of n by 2. So for the geometric progression, common ratio is, you are going to prove that b by a whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1. See here, consider the geometric progression ar square, ar cube and so on up to ar power n plus 1, like that. This is say b. Am I correct or not? This is my x1, this is x2, this is x3 and so on up to xn and a. What is my x1? ar. What is x2? ar square. What is xn? ar power n. N arithmetic means. The next term automatically what? ar power n plus 1, because the common ratio is what? r. By ar power n plus 1 by ar power n gives what? r. Therefore, b is equals to what, my dears? b is equal to a into r power n plus 1. b is equal to ar power n plus 1 implies r power n plus 1 becomes what? b by a. Therefore, what is my r value? b by a whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1. Finish. The value of r is obtained by b by a whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1. This is my value of r. And what you are going to prove? You are going to prove that the product of n geometric means is equals to 1 geometric mean power n. Root ab is what? 1 geometric mean of ab. ab whole power n. Power of 1 geometric mean. Nth power of 1 geometric mean. You are going to prove that. So what is my r value? b by a whole power 1 by n plus 1. Can I write the pth geometric mean or not? Pth geometric mean xp is equals to ar power p. ar power p. What is my r value? a into b by a whole to the power of p by n plus 1. This is my xp. Pth geometric mean is xp is equals to a into b by a whole to the power of p by n plus 1, like that. Now you are in a position to write any geometric mean. So xp, pth geometric mean, kth geometric mean immediately obtained by a into b by a whole to the power of p by n plus 1. Understand? Now what you are going to prove? You are going to prove that the product of n geometric means is equal to 1 geometric mean whole to the power of n. Let us see. x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn you are going to find out. What is my x1? x1 is equals to ar. What is x2? ar square and so on up to ar power n. This is a power n into r power 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n. x power m into x power n is what? X power m plus n. That is nothing but a to the power of n into r power sum of first n natural numbers n into n plus 1 by 2. N into n plus 1 by 2. But what is our r? B by a whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1. So I am replacing r value here. A power n into b by a. Instead of r I am writing b by a whole to the power of 1 by n plus 1 whole power n into n plus 1 by 2. N into n plus 1 by 2. Here n plus 1 and n plus 1 gets cancelled. This is nothing but a power n into b by a whole power n by 2. b by a whole to the power of n by 2. My dears, a power n by 2 means what? A power n by a power n by 2 is nothing but a power n by 2 into b power n by 2 is there. This is nothing but root ab whole to the power of n or ab whole power n by 2. This is equivalent to root ab whole to the power of n. That is 1 geometric mean whole to the power of n. Therefore, the product of the n geometric mean gives 1 geometric mean power n, root ab whole to the power of n. This is the proof or derivation for the product of the n geometric means is equals to ab whole to the power of n by 2. Next one. If three numbers are in geometric progression, they can be taken as a by r, a r. Product of the numbers easily we obtain a cube. For in that purpose we are taking a by r, a r. Sometimes it is better for you. So what is the ratio here? A by r gives r. AR by r, that is also gives r. So these three numbers are in geometric progression. Okay. Next one. If four numbers are in geometric progression, they may be taken as a by r cube, a by r, ar cube. So you can check. These are also in geometric progression with common ratio r square, my dears. R cube by r is what? R square. A by r cube is what? That is also r square. AR by r is also r square. So these four numbers forms a geometric progression. Next one, in the same manner, if five numbers are in geometric progression, they may be taken as a by r square, a by r, ar square. So its common ratio is r here. Ar square by r gives what? R. Ar by a gives what? R. A by r gives r. A by r by ar square is also gives r value. Okay. Next. The reciprocals of the terms of series forms an AP, then the series is also called harmonic progression. We are going to the next progression. Already we discussed about AP and GP, and the next one is what? Harmonic progression. So what is harmonic progression? How to obtain this one? The reciprocals of the terms must and should be non-zero, because we are taking the reciprocals 1 by 0 not defined. That is why the reciprocals of the terms of series form an AP, then the series is called harmonic progression. This is harmonic progression. Suppose we have suppose x1, x2, x3 and so on up to x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on up to xn are in arithmetic progression. Suppose these are in arithmetic progression, take their reciprocals, each xi not equal to 0. Take their reciprocals 1 by x1, 1 by x2, 1 by x3 and so on up to 1 by xn. These are called in the harmonic progression. These are in the harmonic progression. We are taking the reciprocals of the arithmetic progression. These are harmonic progression. This is my first term, second term, third term, fourth term and so on. What is this xi? What is its xn? A plus n minus 1 into d, nth term. This is of my nth term. Therefore, 1 by a plus d, 1 by a plus 2d and so on up to 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. These are called the terms of the harmonic progression, because these are the reciprocals of arithmetic progression. Therefore, this is in harmonic progression. Therefore, its nth term is 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. From this, 1 by x1, first term is 1 by a. This is t1. t1 is equals to 1 by a. So, what is the value of a? 1 by t1. Therefore, nth term is obtained by Tn is equals to 1 by T1 plus n minus 1 into difference. What is d? Difference is difference of the denominator values. This is a plus d, this is a, then a plus d minus a gives what? D. So 1 by T1 plus n minus 1 into d. So from that you can calculate the value of d. 1 by T1 plus n minus 1 times of difference is equals to 1 by Tn. 1 by Tn. So n minus 1 times of d is what? 1 by Tn. 1 by Tn minus 1 by T1, my dears. Therefore, what is my d? 1 by Tn minus 1 by T1 by n minus 1. Difference d is obtained by d is equals to 1 by Tn minus 1 by T1 whole divided by n minus 1. Suppose your harmonic progression has n terms, then common difference is obtained by d is equal to 1 by Tn minus 1 by T1 by n minus 1. In this manner we can prepare the harmonic series. So harmonic series is obtained by taking the reciprocals of any arithmetic progression. Suppose if you have any arithmetic progression, take their reciprocals, the terms becomes harmonic progression. Okay. Next, a comma x comma b are in harmonic progression, then x is called harmonic mean between a and b. Already we discussed about the arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Ax b are in AP, x is arithmetic mean. Ax b are in GP, we say that x is geometric mean. In the same manner, Ax b are in harmonic progression, then x is called the harmonic mean of between the two numbers a and b. Now, the harmonic mean between the two non-zero numbers a and b is 2ab by a plus b. See here, how can you prove this one? A comma x comma b are in harmonic progression. Immediately by definition their reciprocals are arithmetic progression. Therefore 1 by a, 1 by x, 1 by b are in arithmetic progression. If these are arithmetic progression, what is the condition? 2b is equals to a plus c. Middle value, 2 times of the middle value is equal to first plus last. So 1 by x is equals to 2 by x. That is 2b is equals to 1 by a plus 1 by b. This is a, this is c. So 2 by x is equal to 1 by a plus 1 by c. We mean c plus a by ac. Implies x is what? X is nothing but 2ac by a plus c. This is the harmonic mean of the two numbers a and b. 2ab by a plus b. Ax, b are in harmonic progression, their reciprocals are ap, we are applying the condition. A, b, c are in ap, a, b, c are in arithmetic progression, then 2b is equals to a plus c. How it is happened? B minus a is equals to c minus b. B minus a is equals to c minus b. Implies 2b is equals to a plus c we obtained. So, harmonic mean between the two numbers a and b is obtained by 2ab by a plus b. Okay. Now next one. If a comma x1, x2, x3, xn and b are in harmonic progression, then x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn are called n harmonic means between A and B. Same definition. We are defining the same manner related to arithmetic progression as well as geometric progression. A and B are any two numbers. If you take some numbers between them, if those forms an arithmetic progression, we say that the middle numbers are called arithmetic means. If they form geometric progression, we say that the middle terms are geometric means. In the same manner, A comma x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn comma b are in harmonic progression, then the middle terms x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn are called anharmonic means between A and B. Suppose x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn are anharmonic means between A and B, then x1 is this one. AB into n plus 1 by b times of n plus 1 plus a minus b. x2 is AB times of n plus 1 by b into n plus 1 plus 2 times of a minus b. 2 times here and so on n times of a minus b. How it is happen? A comma x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on up to xn comma b are in what? Harmonic progression. If these are in harmonic progression, their reciprocals are what? Arithmetic progression. 1 by a, 1 by x1, 1 by x2, 1 by x3, 1 by x4 and so on, 1 by xn comma 1 by b are in arithmetic progression. If these are in arithmetic progression, these may be taken as a plus d, a plus 2d and so on up to this is a plus nd and it is nothing but a plus n plus 1 into d. D is capital D is my common difference of the arithmetic progression. D is nothing but 1 by x1 minus 1 by x2 or 1 by x3 minus 1 by x2, whatever it may be taken. A plus d, a plus 2d and so on up to a plus n plus 1 into d. Now my dears, what is 1 by b? 1 by b is equals to a plus n plus 1 into d. What is capital A? 1 by a. So 1 by b is equals to 1 by a plus n plus 1 into d. Okay, therefore 1 by b minus 1 by a is equals to n plus 1 into d. So can you calculate the common difference or not? The common difference d is equals to 1 by b minus 1 by a by n plus 1. That is nothing but a minus b by ab into n plus 1. AB into n plus 1. This is my common difference. Substitute the common difference here itself. We obtain the 1 by x2, 1 by x3 and so on 1 by xn. Keep the values 1 by x1. Suppose if you want to find 1 by xn, what is that 1 by xn? 1 by xn is nothing but a plus nd. From that you can calculate xn value. In this manner we obtain the x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn. What is x1 here? 1 by, you can find x1. 1 by x1 is what? A plus d. What is a plus d from here itself? A plus d. Capital A plus d. What is your capital A? Capital A is nothing but 1 by a. 1 by a plus a minus b by ab times of n plus 1. ab times of n plus 1. Take the LCM. We get a plus d. And again take the reciprocal. We obtain x1. Take the reciprocal, we obtain x1. So we have d value. Add a, we get a plus d. Take its reciprocal, we get x1 immediately. That is x1 is ab times of n plus 1 by b times of n plus 1 plus a minus b. In the same manner we obtain xn also. So what is harmonic means? Suppose a comma x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn comma b are in harmonic progression. Each term is non-zero because if you take the reciprocal that should not be zero. If these are in harmonic progression, then we say that x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn are called n harmonic means. This is the harmonic mean values x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn in terms of a and b. This is the derivation for that. Next one. A, G, H are arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean between the two positive numbers. Then arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean is greater than or equal to harmonic mean. This is very important inequality for you. A is greater than or equal to G is greater than or equal to H, and G square is equals to AH. G square is equals to AH. Suppose two numbers may be taken A comma B. These are the two numbers A and B. What is arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean A is equals to A plus B by 2. What is its geometric mean? Root AB. What is harmonic mean? 2AB by A plus B. Already we proved 2AB by A plus B is the harmonic mean. Arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean. A plus B by 2 is always greater than root AB. Root AB is always greater than or equal to 2AB by A plus B. Equality is holds good for A equal to B. Again, find G square value. What is G square value? AB. And find A into H. AH is equals to A plus B by 2 into 2AB by A plus B. 2AB by A plus B. A plus B gets cancelled. 2 again cancel. We obtain A into B, AB. So AH is equals to G square. Suppose A, G, H are arithmetic, geometric, harmonic means of numbers, two numbers A and B. We have the relation G square is equals to AH. A is arithmetic mean, G is geometric mean, H is the harmonic mean. G square is equal to AB, AH is also AB. Therefore, G square is equals to A times of H. A into H. Okay. Next one. The series of the form A plus D into R, A plus 2D times of R square plus and so on is called arithmetic geometric progression with the common difference D and common ratio R. This is mixed series. A plus D into R plus A plus 2D into R square and so on. So remember my dears, the first term contains only the term which is related to the arithmetic progression. There is no common ratio here. Common ratio starts from the second term itself. Okay, don't miss it. A plus D into R. This is the series. A plus D into R plus A plus 2D times of R square plus and so on. So the first terms maintains the arithmetic progression and the second terms maintains geometric progression. That is why it is called arithmetic geometric progression with common ratio R, common difference is what? D. So A plus D, A plus 2D and so on is there. This is must and should be 1. The ratio 1, the first term of the geometric series must and should be maintains 1. 1 R square, R cube and so on. Must and should be there. So A into 1, A plus D into R, A plus 2D into R square. In this manner we obtain the arithmetic geometric progression. We can find the sum of n terms as well as we can find the sum of infinite number of terms also. Okay. The nth term of the arithmetic geometric progression, you can easily write that this is A plus D times of R, A plus 2D times of R square and so on is A plus n minus 1 into D is for the arithmetic progression, R power n minus 1 is for the geometric progression. You multiply both of them, we obtain A plus n minus 1 into D into R power n minus 1. This is the nth term of the arithmetic geometric progression. Okay. And see here, the sum of the infinite terms of the arithmetic geometric progression is A plus D into R, A plus 2D into R square and so on is A by 1 minus R plus dr by 1 minus R whole square. If mod R less than 1, we can find the sum of n terms first of all, and if you go for as n tends to infinity, we obtain A by 1 minus R plus dr by 1 minus R whole square. Suppose consider n terms. Sn is what, my dears? A plus D into R plus A plus 2D into R square. This is third term. Similarly, n term is what? Plus A plus n minus 1 into D into R power n minus 1. R power n minus 1. This is the sum of n terms. Now, multiplied by the common ratio, that is R into Sn, gives what? R into Sn is equals to Ra. This is A into R plus A plus D into R square. We are multiplied by R to the each and every term, plus and so on up to the previous term is what? A plus n minus 2 into D into R power n minus 1 plus we are multiplying this with R. What happened? A plus n minus 1 into D into R power n is obtained. What I did? Each and every term is multiplied by R. We obtain R into Sn. Now subtract one from other. What we obtain? Sn times of 1 minus R is equals to Sn times of 1 minus R is equals to A, I am writing A here, plus A plus D into R minus AR. AR gets cancelled, we get dr. Plus AR square, A plus 2D minus of A plus D, we get D. dr square is there. dr plus dr square plus in the same manner dr cube plus and so on up to plus. Here also D times of R power n minus 1. D times of R power n minus 1 minus of this term is there. A plus n minus 1 into D R power n. This is the difference. Now Sn times of 1 minus R is equals to, you may take A plus, you can take dr common, dr times of 1 plus R square plus R cube plus and so on up to plus, you are taken dr common, R power n minus 2 is there, minus of A plus n minus 1 into D R to the power of n. Understand? Now see here, this is geometric progression. This is the geometric progression of how many terms? N minus 1 terms with first term 1 and common ratio R, we are taking mod R less than 1. So Sn into 1 minus R is equals to A plus dr into, what is the formula? A into 1 into 1 minus R power number of terms n minus 1 by 1 minus R minus A plus n minus 1 into D into R power n. Into R power n. So can I write Sn value or not? We can easily write the Sn value. I am going to erase this one. Okay. Now see here, from that can I write Sn value or not? Sn is equals to A by 1 minus R plus dr into 1 minus R power n minus 1 whole divided by 1 minus R whole square minus A plus n minus 1 into D into R to the power of n by 1 minus R. This is the thing. This is the sum of n terms of the arithmetic geometric progression. N terms. This is the sum of n terms of the arithmetic geometric progression. My dears, always you have to remember this one. This is also an important formula for you with respect to JEE Mains. Okay, A by 1 minus R plus dr into 1 minus R power n minus 1 by 1 minus R whole square minus A plus n minus 1 into D into R power n by 1 minus R. As n tends to infinity, mod R less than 1, so can I leave the term? Mod R less than 1, as n tends to infinity, this term becomes 0. Again, this becomes also 0. At that time what happened? S infinity is obtained by A by 1 minus R plus dr into 1, dr by 1 minus r whole square. So it is a little bit of lax formula for you. If you are not in a position to remember this formula, you can derive in the same manner. Multiplied with the common ratio and subtract one from other, immediately we obtain Sn. After getting the Sn, S infinity is very easy for you. S infinity is a by 1 minus r plus dr by 1 minus r whole square. This is the entire story about the arithmetic geometric progression. Okay? Now, the sum of first n odd integers is n square. These are the some corollaries. N square. How it is happen? Sum of first n odd integers 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus and so on. First n odd numbers is n square. What is 1 plus 3 here? N plus 3 is nothing but 4, that is 2 square. 1 plus 3 plus 8 is nothing but 9, that is 3 square. It is all of you know known result. Therefore, sum of first n odd integers is n square. And the sum of squares of the first n natural numbers is sigma n, that is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2. All these results you know very well. The sum of the squares of the first n natural numbers, sigma n square is equals to n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. These formulas are used in the problems related to the sequences and series. The sum of the cubes of the first n natural numbers is sigma n cube, that is nothing but n squared into n plus 1 whole square by 4, that is nothing but sigma n whole square. Sigma n means n into n plus 1 by 2, its square is nothing but n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. The sum of the first n even integers is nothing but n into n plus 1. So 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus and so on up to n terms. Take 2 common, 2 times of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n terms. Sum of first n natural numbers is what? N into n plus 1 by 2 into 2 is there, 2 gets cancelled. You obtain n into n plus 1. The sum of first n odd integers is n square. And exponential theorem. What is e power x? Let us see the formula just now. This is e power x, all of you know that. E power x is nothing but 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial plus and so on. This is the formula related to the exponent e power x. This is called exponent theorem. These are obtained by the Maclaurin series. And the series e power x is called exponential series, and thus e power x is equals to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity x power n by n factorial. This is the nth term, x power n by n factorial. And x comma a belongs to R, then a power x is nothing but 1 plus x log a to the base e, x square by 2 factorial into log a to the base e whole square, x cube by 3 factorial into log a to the base e whole cube plus and so on. No need to mug up this one. A power x can be written as a power x, e power log of a power x. Some x is nothing but x can be written as e power log x. Am I correct or not? In the same manner, a power x can be written as e power log of a power x. It is nothing but e power x log a to the base e. There is nothing means base e is there. E power x log base e. Now it is of the form e power x form. So what is your x? X log a to the base e. So replace x by x log a to the base e in the previous formula. We obtain that one. 1 plus x. X means x log a to the base e plus x square by 2 factorial into log a to the base e whole square. X log a to the base e whole square, we are writing x square into log a to the base e whole square. AB whole square means a square b square. AB whole cube means a cube b cube. In the same manner, x cube by 3 factorial into log a to the base e whole cube. So don't mug up this one. A power x may be written as e power log a power x. And then write the formula like as e power x. Okay. And sin hx. Sin hx is nothing but x plus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial plus and so on. All of you know that what is sin hx? Sin hx is nothing but e power x minus e power minus x by 2. Replace x by minus x, we obtain e power minus x. Just by add those two and divided by 2, we obtain the series like that. X plus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial plus and so on. What is cos hx? Cos hx is nothing but e power x plus e power minus x by 2. So replace x by minus x, we obtain e power minus x from the formula e power x. Just by adding those two, we obtain e power x plus e power minus x by 2 gives cos hx. We obtain in this manner 1 plus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial plus and so on. This is what? X plus x cube by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial plus and so on. This is sin hx and cos hx. So in this way we used all these formulas related to the infinite series in your problems related to the sequences and series. With the help of all these concepts, we can do the problems related to the sequences and series. In the next class, we do the problems related to JEE Mains as well as advanced by using all these concepts. Okay, thank you very much.